Hello, everyone. My name is Steven, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with all of you today. We're about to embark on a fascinating journey into the world of coordinate geometry. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, another math topic, more formulas, more graphs. But hold that thought. Because by the end of this session, I promise you'll see coordinate geometry not just as a school subject, but as a superpower. It's a fundamental concept that helps us understand, navigate, and even design the world around us, from figuring out the fastest route on Google Maps to understanding how your favorite video game characters move. Coordinate geometry is secretly working its magic everywhere. We'll explore how this incredible mathematical tool is part of your everyday life, especially here in Singapore. So, get ready to unlock the secrets of points, lines, and shapes in a way you've never imagined. Let's make learning maths exciting. Let's learn maths today. All right, let's kick things off with a little historical interesting moment. Ever heard of a brilliant French mathematician named René Descartes? This incredible mind is the reason we have what we call the Cartesian plane. The story goes that one day Descartes was lying in bed, maybe a bit bored, when he started watching a fly buzzing around on the ceiling. And suddenly, it hit him. He thought, what if I could describe the fly's exact location, no matter where it moved, using just a couple of numbers? He imagined drawing invisible lines from one wall to the other, and then numbering them, just like you see in the cool illustrations on this slide. He basically invented the idea of giving every point in space a unique address using a grid system. And just like that, the coordinate plane was born. So why is this ancient idea still so important for us, especially here in bustling Singapore? Because you actually use coordinate geometry all the time without even realizing it. Think about navigating MRT maps. Every single MRT station is essentially a coordinate point on a grid. When you plan a journey, you're mentally using these coordinates to figure out your route. It helps with finding locations when you pull out your phone and type in an address to find a specific landmark, entity block, or a new bubble tea shop. You're using precise coordinates to pinpoint that spot on a map. Even in city planning, our amazing urban planners and architects use coordinate systems to meticulously design our roads, the beautiful parks you enjoy, and even our iconic skyline buildings. This ensures everything fits together perfectly. And of course, in technology navigation, every time you use Grab, Google Maps, or any Glotion-based app, coordinate geometry is the hidden engine powering it all, helping you get from point A to point B efficiently. Coordinate geometry isn't just an abstract math concept. It's a fundamental tool that makes our modern, interconnected world function smoothly and efficiently. To make this even more tangible and relatable, let's use something incredibly familiar to all of us: our fantastic Singapore MRT map. Imagine for a moment that our entire MRT network is a giant coordinate plane, just like the ones you see in your math textbooks. But instead of abstract numbers, we're using real places. Just like any good map, we need a starting point, a central hub. So for our coordinate system, let's set our origin 0. 0, that's the point where everything begins, right at City Hall MRT station. It's a major interchange, making it a perfect 0, 0 point. Now, let's define our axis based on our MRT lines. The x-axis, which is our horizontal axis, can be thought of as our east-west line. So if you're standing at City Hall and you move right, heading towards places like Pasir Ris, that's our positive direction along the y-axis. If you move left, going towards Tuas Link, that's our negative direction. And the y-axis, our vertical axis, represents our north-south line. If you move upwards from City Hall, heading towards Woodlands and eventually Woodlands North, that's our positive direction along the y-axis. Conversely, if you move downwards towards Marina South Pier, that's the negative direction. So just like that, we've transformed our everyday MRT map into a dynamic, real-life coordinate system. Isn't that a neat way to see how math is all around us, even in your daily commute? Alright, with our MRT map as a conceptual guide, let's take our coordinate plotting skills to the next level by pinpointing some of Singapore's most iconic landmarks. We'll use a slightly different origin for this, focusing on the beautiful Marina Bay area. For this exciting exercise, we're going to set our origin 0, 0, our central reference point, right at the magnificent Marina Bay Sands. It's a fantastic central landmark from which to explore. From our starting point at Marina Bay Sands, let's locate some other famous spots. First up, the iconic Singapore flyer. To reach it, we would move 1 unit to the east, that's our positive x direction, and then 3 units to the north, our positive y direction. So the Singapore flyer's coordinates are 1, 3. Next, let's find the meadow. Within Gardens by the Bay, from Marina Bay Sands, you'd move 2 units to the east, positive x, but then 3 units to the south, that's our negative y direction. So the meadow is located at 2, -3. Notice that negative sign for the y coordinate, telling us we're heading down or south from our origin. And finally, let's locate the distinctive Esplanade Theater. To get there, you move 2 units to the west, which means our x-coordinate will be negative. So -2 and then 2 units to the north, positive y. Thus, the Esplanade Theater's coordinates are -2, 2. See how quickly and precisely we can pinpoint exact locations using these simple coordinate pairs. This isn't just a fun exercise, it's the very essence of how GPS systems work and how maps are created. It's the power of coordinate geometry making the world navigable.